Hi everyone. I'm Monica, in case we haven't met before, and I wanted to come on and do the Reveal the Tarot Tuesday on a video, um, just in case you wanted to go back and take a look at what's going on. So um, if you picked the Bumblebee Jasper, it was card number one, and card number one is the Seven of Pentacles. So you see that this kitty cat, who looks like my kitty Cashew, who has since passed, rest in peace, kitty. Anyways, this kitty is looking at all these pentacles, kind of admiring what he has grown for himself, admiring his work, his accomplishments, um, and understanding that there was a lot of work and energy put in, a lot of effort put in to grow his garden. And he's sitting there and he's like very pleased with the outcome, and also with the knowledge that the work is still to be continued. This isn't the end of it. This is just, it takes time to cultivate a garden. It takes time to plant seeds and watching them grow. And the care that it takes is really important. So this is kind of symbolizes the care you give to your work, the care you give to yourself, and how you're valuing your work. And yeah, there are some little trinkets that he has right in the foreground. I don't know if you can see this. One is a candle. Then there's like, I think, a smudge stick, maybe a crystal. I don't know, a feather. So kind of symbolizing the four elements. Like he's using all of the valuable resources that he has at his disposal to create and manifest what he wants. And the pentacles are about the work that you're doing, somehow affiliated with the way you earn money and the way that you value your efforts, your strategic planning, long-term goals, to tend the soil, right? To lay out your foundation, to create patterns and behaviors that amount to the long-term benefits that you're gaining. And so you're going to see this gain now. You're seeing this come forward piece by piece. And so there's going to be these little moments where you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, I wanted to do this and now I'm doing it. This is awesome. And then you're going to have moments where you're like, oh wait, but there's still somewhere to go. Like there's still things. We always will have goals on top of goals, but it's nice to reach the milestones and say like, fuck yes, I did it, and sometimes it's like we dream these big dreams and we don't really picture ourselves there yet, because we have so much room to grow. There's so much potential. There's so much, all of that. But this is the potential in the making, happening before your eyes. And so give yourself a little bit of kindness today, like pat on the back, understanding, like admiring where you've come from, admiring all the stuff, all the stress, all of the fear that's come with it, all the stuff that you've had to grow through to get to where you are now. All right. Loving this cat. He is so cute. Okay. I think Doug said in the comments that he loves cats. I love cats as well. Okay. The next card we have, if you picked Malachite, you have picked the Ace of Pentacles, but it was reversed in the spread. All right. So in this position, the aces are about a new idea, like something that's new, either something brand new idea or a new phase that's sitting upon what you've developed. Like you could be have been working on one thing for a while, but then you're like, oh wait, I have this new idea that's part of the greater whole. It's somehow affiliated with other ideas that work together to make this big thing, this big picture. Okay, so with the reverse, you're still in thinking mode. It hasn't come up. It hasn't made its way into like actualization. It's just the thinking and the planning. A lot of planning goes into it. Especially if you are a fixed sign, meaning in astrology, the fixed signs are I believe, oh my God, I'm gonna get slammed for this because I can't think straight right now. Leos, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. I want to say that those are the fixed signs. The fixed signs are really stubborn and hard to move. So it takes a while to plan shit out and to like get off your ass and actually do the things. So this is a reminder that like, okay, you don't have to be 100% prepared for this. You can just go ahead and start. It starts somewhere, and those little starts keep rolling into larger. Okay, I'm getting a little bit more confidence. Okay, I can do this. Okay, let's keep going. And that's important to have those little milestones and to like say, oh, okay, I can do this. Like this isn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. Pentacles, and then so we want just to get started, just do something. All right, just move. You know how like this is so cheesy, but like when you're in a group exercise class and they're like, don't stop, just move your body, keep moving, don't just stop and like do nothing. You want to just at least like walk in place, something that tells your body and your brain like, oh, all right, it's okay for me to like take a step forward here. Because a lot of times when we have these big ideas, we block ourselves by saying like, oh my God, it's so overwhelming. That's a lot. And we sort of go into this mental trap. Our brains will do this where we just avoid it rather than stepping into it. Like, all right, let's just stop avoiding what we want to do with our lives and what's going to bring us some value in some way. Because the earth, the pentacles are of the value. Step into it. Let's not be afraid. I'll walk with you because I'm doing the same thing, right? These messages are for you and they're for me. They're for the collective whole, all right? So I love that. Anything else about this? Yeah, it's like you just have to move out of your own way. Like the kitty cat is trying to kind of like see over this huge disc, this pentacle, this coin that's placed in front of the reef. And if they go through the doorway, there's all these mountainsides and all these really lush, wonderful things, but you have to go through the doorway. You have to walk through it. Does that make sense? All right, cool. And then if you pick Tiger's Eye, the last one, it's beautiful Tiger's Eye. I didn't show the malachite. Here we go. I love malachite. Okay, anyways, Tiger's Eye. And then you picked the 10 of Wands, okay? And the 10 of Wands is a kind of, it's sort of like, I call this the like, put the bags down. You don't have to carry your shit anymore. What you're carrying is more than you can handle. And it's probably more than just your stuff. It's sort of like when you get out of the car after a long day and you have all these kids and groceries and maybe the dogs with you and you just have like all this stuff, like you have to drop something. You can't carry everything into the house with you in one trip, right? This is kind of like you've extended your efforts. You are running on fumes. The weight, physical weight, emotional weight, and the psychic weight is actually keeping you from moving forward because you just can't physically do it anymore. The wands are about the motivation and the fire within. And when you have all these extra burdens that you're placing, either that other people are placing on you or you're placing on yourself, could be a combination of both. But when all of that's piled on top of you, there's no energy left for you. There's nothing left for you. You can't tend to the fires of your soul. You can't work on the goals that you've been wanting to work on. You can't work on anything because you're having to tend to everybody else's stuff. So like, I always imagine like each wand placed on this cat is representative of something that you're either emotionally, physically, or psychically carrying around. Emotionally, like, feeling weight of a loss or grief or a burden of some sort. Maybe financially, the stress, like a lot of stuff, And then when I usually pull this card for myself, it just means that I'm going to need to take a rest. I need to just sit back and let somebody else do it. And it's not going to be perfect, and I don't have to go and fix their stuff. I don't need to go and rearrange the dishwasher after somebody loaded it. I don't need to go and, you know, do something extra that just doesn't need to be done today, you know? And this really is just the energy of the day right now. It's just like we're in some interesting astrology. It's a new year, so there's a lot of new energies coming forward that you want to do, right? You're trying to formulate new projects on top of your current projects. And maybe right now, we just need to take a little rest and take a breath so that we can have the energy for these two things. I know some of us pick 2 cards, some of us pick 1 card, but when I read tarot, it's like I read it all as just this lovely sentence, this portrayal of what's happening in your life or in the energy of the collective. Like what's really happening is we have like these new ideas. It's a new year. Of course we do. We want all these grand things for ourselves and we want it to be glorious, okay? But when we're piling on too much, then that's stagnation. We can't move ourselves forward. It's too heavy, all right? So I hope that makes sense and I hope that's helpful for you. Have a great evening, great rest of the afternoon, and I will see you guys hopefully next week. And oh, if you are interested in learning with me tarot, I am teaching an intro class this Sunday, January 12th at Zuzu. So you'll have to call the shop in order to reserve your spot. And so that number is 781-665-8844. And if you want a reading from me, you can always give me a message, private message me, and I will respond as soon as I can and book an appointment for you. Okay, be well, and I'll see you later. Bye.